So with the NBA season already underway, and with there only being about 8 games for most teams, give or take, I thought I would talk about some of the more interesting storylines so far, along with any key players or teams that are worth talking about. But before I get into it, y'all already know the drill. Just go ahead and hit that like button, as it'll help out my channel a lot, and it helps YouTube's algorithm to put out my videos a lot more frequently. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and turn on your post notifications to never miss any of my uploads, as we are super close to 10 subscribers. So if you're feeling watching my videos, just sub up and help your boy out. And lastly, leave your takes down below and comment what other videos y'all would like to see, as I try to respond to every comment. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So first, let's get probably the most controversial and obvious one out of the way, and that is the whole foul baiting issue. If you haven't been watching any of the games so far, let me tell you, it is way different from last year. The refs are letting way more contact happen this year compared to last, as players like Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, and the poster boys themselves, James Harden, and sadly, my boy Ice Trae, is also struggling pretty bad right now. The shooting efficiency for all these players are pretty atrocious across the board. Like, Trae is shooting 28% from 3 and 40% from the field, and his free throw attempts have gone from 8.7 to 5.6 this year. Same for Harden, as he's shooting 39% from 3, which actually is pretty good, but he's also shooting 39% from the field, and his free throws have gone down from like 7 to like 5 or 4 this year. So yeah, players are struggling, even just league-wide. All the teams are struggling with efficiency, as the field goal and 3-point percentage has been the lowest it's been in years. All this is because of the new foul rules, as the NBA is trying to crack down on the more non-basketball players, like the Trae jump backwards to your defender move, or the Harden wrap your arm around the defender's arm move, and the refs are just trying to eliminate those kind of fouls. But even with that, I do think the refs are overcompensating for players like Trae and Harden, as they're trying to correct for all the controversial calls they gave them last season, and they're just swallowing the whistles for them, as I'm a Hawks fan, so I see Trae play every game. And let me tell you, the contact that the refs are allowing on Trae is getting pretty freaking frustrating, as that man is getting straight up hacked at times when he's trying to attack the basket. And I just hope that the refs and the league try to find a balance and be fair when calling fouls. That's all I want. But moving on to the next topic, sorry for that long rant. I did not mean for it to be that long, but across the league, a lot of the contending teams right now are struggling. And yeah, you could say that this is a little premature, and you're probably right, but it's still cool seeing teams like the Lakers, Nets, Bucks, Suns all struggle, while teams like the Knicks, Bulls, heck, the Hornets are at the top of the East. Now I'm mostly certain that this isn't gonna last, as the Bucks are like 3-4 or like 3-5 or something like that, and they're not even in the top 8 teams seeding wise. But everyone knows that that's gonna change. Now, what's the reason for this? To be honest, I don't know, as it might very well be because the team's trying to adjust to the new rules, or also because the teams have to adjust themselves due to injuries or some roster additions, like the lack of Jrue Holiday and Chris Middleton for the Bucks and Kyrie for the Nets, and obviously the acquisition of Russ for the Lakers, as they have to juggle all those pieces and that awkward fit. So it is cool to see all these new names at the top of the standing, but just don't expect most of them to stay there. Emphasis on most, as I do think there are some legit teams like the Bulls and Knicks, so don't get on my head. Now lastly, I want to talk about the player who has been making all the headlines so far this season. And no, it's not Ben Simmons. I'm talking about Ja motherfucking Morant. He has been playing out of his mind to start the season, as he's averaging 27 points and 7.5 assists per game while shooting 52% from the field. Keep in mind, we're talking about a wiry 6'2" point guard, and he's shooting 36% from 3 on a career high 5 3-pointers a game. That's some crazy stuff right there. And the Grizzlies are the 5th seed right now in the West. Now, do I think he's going to keep up these averages? Probably not, as I expect his averages to revert somewhat back to the mean. But I still do see him averaging around like 23 to 24 points per game. But I would certainly be surprised if he kept up this insane efficiency. But his assist averages, like his 7 to 8 assists per game, I expect that to stay the same. Like, I saw a post saying that Ja led the league in points scored in the paint over guys like Giannis, Embiid, and LeBron, which is just crazy. And that word really sums up Ja Morant. Crazy. He had that wild 40-point game against the Lakers, and just overall, he looks like he's taking that next leap and is about to make his first All-Star game this year, and possibly make an All-NBA team with the amount of star guards who are struggling right now. The stats he's put up right now are the stats I would have thought he would have like in his prime, but he's already reaching them. So really the question is, how high can Ja Morant go? And what is his ceiling? And based off what I've seen so far, it's through the goddamn roof. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, please hit that like button and feel free to subscribe and turn on your post notifications and comment your takes down below. I would love to know your thoughts. All my social links are in the description below, so make sure to follow that. But with that being said, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.